For the next few minutes, you're about to witness a rescue story that reveals something extraordinary about instinct, intelligence, and the unexpected connections between animals and humans. In this video, you will see how a peaceful forest suddenly turned into a dangerous scene, and how a small tiger cub did something remarkable in order to save its trapped mother. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss more powerful wildlife rescue stories and educational videos about the incredible moments that happen in nature. Now imagine a deep forest far away from busy cities and crowded roads. Tall trees rise high into the sky, their branches forming a natural roof above the land below. Sunlight filters through the leaves in scattered beams, touching the forest floor where grass, fallen branches, and small plants grow freely. The environment feels calm and undisturbed. Birds call from the treetops, insects move quietly through the air, and distant sounds echo softly through the trees. It is the kind of place where wild animals live according to the ancient rhythms of nature. Among these animals is a powerful mother tiger. She moves slowly through the forest, her striped coat blending naturally with the patterns of light and shadow around her. Tigers are known for their strength, intelligence, and careful awareness of their surroundings. Even when they appear calm, they remain alert to every movement and sound nearby. Close behind her walks her young cub. The small tiger is still learning about the world. Its steps are lighter and less confident than its mother's, but curiosity fills every movement. The cub occasionally runs a few steps ahead before stopping and looking back to make sure its mother is still there. The bond between them is strong. In the wild, a tiger cub depends completely on its mother during the first months of life. She protects it, teaches it how to survive, and keeps it safe from the many dangers that exist in the forest. The mother tiger pauses near a clearing where sunlight touches the ground more brightly. She lowers her head slightly, carefully observing the surrounding area. Her ears move with every distant sound. Even in peaceful moments, a tiger's instincts never fully relax. The cub explores nearby, sniffing the ground and stepping over fallen leaves. Everything seems quiet. But hidden beneath the tall grass near the edge of the clearing, something long and powerful slowly moves through the forest floor. At first, the movement is almost impossible to notice. The grass bends slightly, revealing only a faint ripple as something large slides silently beneath it. A giant python waits in the shadows of the dense forest. Large pythons are masters of camouflage in dense forests. Their bodies blend easily with the natural colors of leaves, soil, and fallen branches. They often move slowly and quietly, making them extremely difficult to detect until they are very close. The mother tiger senses something. Her head lifts instantly, her eyes focus on the shifting grass, and her body becomes tense. Tigers have powerful senses that allow them to notice even the smallest changes in their environment. The cub continues playing nearby, unaware of the danger moving silently through the clearing. Then suddenly, the python emerges. Its thick body slides out from the grass, revealing its massive size. The snake's long form stretches across the ground as it moves toward the tiger. For a brief moment, both animals freeze. The forest falls silent, then everything happens very quickly. The python lunges forward with incredible speed, its powerful body wrapping around the mother tiger's lower body and legs. In seconds, the snake's muscular coils tighten, using the natural strength that pythons rely on to capture and hold their prey. The mother tiger roars and struggles immediately. She claws at the ground and twists her powerful body, trying to break free. But the python's grip grows stronger as it wraps more of its body around her. The peaceful forest clearing has turned into a dangerous struggle. And nearby, the young tiger cub watches everything. Its mother, the strongest and safest presence in its world, is suddenly trapped in a fight for survival. For a moment, the cub freezes in confusion. Then the small tiger makes a decision that no one would expect from such a young animal. Instead of running deeper into the forest in fear, the cub turns and runs in a completely different direction, toward the nearby forest patrol road, where humans might be able to help save its mother. The young tiger cub runs through the forest as fast as its small legs can carry it. Behind it, the struggle in the clearing continues. The giant python's powerful coils remain wrapped around the mother tiger, tightening with steady pressure. Each movement the tiger makes causes the snake to squeeze harder. The mother tiger fights with everything she has. She twists her body, digging her claws into the forest floor as she tries to pull free. Her powerful roar echoes through the trees, sending birds flying from the branches above. But the python does not release its hold. Large constrictor snakes depend on steady pressure to weaken their target, and once they secure their coils, escaping becomes extremely difficult. The forest clearing that was peaceful only moments ago is now filled with movement and tension. The tiger cub runs quickly through the thick grass, driven by instinct. Somewhere nearby, there must be help. It reaches the patrol road, a place where wildlife protection teams often travel to monitor the forest. A forest ranger is slowly driving along the path, unaware that an unusual encounter is about to happen. Suddenly, the cub appears. It doesn't run away. Instead, it stops directly in front of the vehicle. The ranger turns off the engine. The cub begins pacing, letting out distressed calls that signal urgent trouble. The cub runs toward the trees, pausing to check if the human is following. It is guiding him. Approaching a wild tiger is dangerous, but the ranger senses the urgency and begins to follow. As they move deeper, a loud roar echoes through the trees. Something important is just ahead. The ranger quickens his pace, guided by the cub toward the source of the cry. The rescue begins. As he pushes through a patch of tall grass, the clearing finally appears ahead. And in that moment, he sees the reason for the cub's desperate run. The mother tiger is trapped. A giant python's thick body remains wrapped tightly around her, its coils squeezing with relentless strength. The ranger realizes that the small tiger had not run away in fear. It had run to find help. He notices a long, thick branch. He grabs it, moving closer to avoid the snake's striking range. He wedges the branch between the coils, creating leverage. The thick loop around the tiger's leg begins to slide. The python's focus is divided. The mother tiger senses the opportunity to finally break free. With a sudden burst of strength, she pulls her body forward, dragging one of the coils down toward the ground. The python shifts again, trying to restore its grip, but the pressure from the branch continues disrupting its position. Dust and leaves scatter across the clearing as the struggle grows more intense. The cub watches closely from behind the ranger, its attention moving between the snake and its mother. The ranger presses harder with the branch. The wooden pole forces another coil to loosen slightly. The python's body slides along the tiger's shoulder as it attempts to reposition itself. But now its attention is divided. The snake lifts its head again, turning toward the ranger. It seems uncertain whether to focus on the tiger or the human interfering. The distraction weakens its control. The tiger twists her body again, pulling one leg completely free. The balance of control is slowly shifting. The ranger knows that one more strong effort might finally free the trapped animal. The small tiger remains tense but does not run away. Its eyes follow every movement of the struggle, waiting for the moment its mother can break free. The ranger pushes the branch again. This time he targets the thick coil wrapped around the tiger's hind legs. He presses the branch into the loop and pries it upward with steady force. The snake's body begins to slide. For a brief second, the coil loosens just enough to create a narrow gap. The tiger immediately reacts. She pulls one of her hind legs free and kicks powerfully against the ground. The sudden movement disrupts the remaining coils. The python's control weakens further. Now the snake must choose between tightening around the tiger again or defending itself. Its attention splits once more. The ranger pushes the branch deeper between the coils, forcing another loop to slide away from the tiger's leg. The pressure from the stick and the tiger's powerful movements combine to break the snake's hold piece by piece. With a final surge of strength, the tiger twists her body and pulls the rest of her legs free from the python's coils. The snake's heavy body slips off and falls to the forest floor. For a second, everything becomes still. The tiger stands several steps away now, breathing heavily but finally free. Her powerful chest rises and falls as she regains control of her balance. The cub runs quickly to her side. The small tiger presses close to its mother, staying beside her as if making sure she is safe. The bond between them is clear in that moment. The python lifts its head slowly. Its long body lies stretched across the clearing, no longer wrapped around the tiger. The advantage it once had has completely disappeared. Large snakes rely on surprise and control to overpower their targets. Once that control is lost, continuing the fight becomes far more difficult. The python slowly begins to retreat. Its body slides across the ground and disappears into the tall grass at the edge of the clearing. Within moments, the giant reptile vanishes back into the dense forest. The danger is finally over. The ranger lowers the branch and watches carefully to make sure the snake does not return. The tiger stands calmly now, still catching her breath but fully free from the deadly coils that had trapped her, and beside her, the small cub remains close. The clearing slowly returns to quiet after the intense struggle. Now the forest feels calm again, as if nature itself is slowly settling after the sudden conflict. The small tiger presses gently against its mother's side, clearly unwilling to move away after what has just happened. Only a short time earlier, the cub had run through the forest searching for help. Now it stands quietly beside the very animal it worked so hard to save. The ranger watches the two tigers from a safe distance. He lowers the long branch slowly, keeping his attention on the edge of the clearing where the snake disappeared. Large pythons sometimes retreat quickly once they lose control of an attack, but caution is still necessary. For several moments, he scans the tall grass. The forest remains still. Birds begin calling again from the higher branches, and the distant hum of insects returns to the air. The sudden struggle has ended, and the natural rhythm of the forest slowly resumes. The tiger turns her head toward the ranger. For a brief moment, the two simply observe each other. The tiger seems to recognize his presence without showing aggression. The ranger had stepped into a dangerous situation to help free her, and the tiger seems to recognize his presence. The cub remains beside her. The young tiger looks back and forth between its mother and the human who followed it. Its behavior is calmer now, though it stays close as if still guarding the safety it fought to restore. The ranger takes a cautious step backward. Wild animals, especially powerful predators, must be treated with respect. Wild animals, especially powerful predators like tigers, must always be treated with respect and distance. The mother tiger lowers her head slightly, still breathing slowly. Then she takes a step forward. Her movement is careful at first, testing her legs after the tight pressure from the snake's coils. The cub moves instantly with her, matching every step as they begin to walk slowly across the clearing. The ranger watches closely. He wants to be sure the tiger can move normally. The tiger pauses, then takes another step. This time her movement looks stronger. The danger has passed. The cub glances briefly back toward the ranger. Moments like this remind people how powerful the instincts of animals can be. The cub had sensed something was wrong. It had trusted that the human it led through the forest could change the outcome. That decision saved a life. Without the cub's actions, the mother tiger might not have been able to escape the python's powerful coils. Now the two tigers walk quietly into the deeper forest, moving through the tall grass and shadows where they belong. The ranger remains in the clearing, watching until the striped figures slowly disappear between the trees. The forest returns to silence, but the story that unfolded there remains a powerful reminder that courage, instinct, and trust can appear even in the wildest places. As the forest grows quiet again, the clearing slowly returns to the peaceful rhythm it had before the struggle began. The tall trees stand still beneath the fading sunlight, and the sounds of birds and insects gradually fill the air once more. Anyone walking through the area later would likely see nothing unusual, just another calm moment in the endless life of the forest. But for the mother tiger and her cub, this day will never be forgotten. The mother tiger walks slowly through the trees, her powerful body moving with careful steps. The fight with the giant python had drained much of her strength, but she remained strong enough to continue forward. The marks from the snake's tight coils are still visible along her legs, yet each step she takes shows that she is recovering. Close beside her, the cub stays near. The small tiger occasionally runs a few steps ahead before quickly returning to its mother's side. It no longer appears frightened, but it continues to stay close, as if making sure the powerful figure that protects it is still safe. The bond between them feels even stronger now. Only a short time earlier, the cub had watched helplessly as its mother was trapped in a life-threatening struggle. Instead of hiding in fear, the young tiger had made a decision that few would expect from such a small animal. It ran to find help. Deep in the forest, the cub had remembered the patrol road where humans sometimes passed. That memory guided it toward the ranger who would eventually help break the python's grip. Back in the clearing, the ranger remains standing quietly. He watches as the tiger and her cub move deeper into the forest until their striped shapes fade into the shadows between the trees. His work in the forest often involves protecting wildlife from danger, but moments like this remind him how closely human actions and animal lives can sometimes connect. The cub had trusted that the human would help. and the ranger had responded to that trust. Stories like this show how powerful instinct can be, not only for survival but also for connection. Animals communicate in ways that do not require words. The cub's urgent behavior had carried a clear message. Something was wrong, and help was needed. Fortunately, someone understood. Now the forest moves forward again as it always does. The python has long disappeared into the dense vegetation, retreating after losing control of the attack. The clearing where the struggle took place shows only scattered leaves and faint marks on the ground, but the outcome of that moment changed everything. A young cub refused to abandon its trapped mother. Instead of running away from danger, it ran toward the one place where help could be found. Because of that choice, the story ended differently. Somewhere deeper in the forest, the mother tiger and her cub continue their journey together. Stronger, safer, and still part of the wild world they call home. And the quiet clearing remains behind, holding the memory of a moment where courage, trust, and quick action saved a life.